What is up, YouTube? It is Justin Boulevard here, back for another exciting episode. And if you can't tell by the title of this video that I put down below, this is a tutorial video on how to use a karaoke app that I have been using for a really long time called StarMaker, and I'm going to get into more in-depth about what this app's all about. So be sure to stick around for that. And I'll also be covering the overview, including all the features, and I'll also be showing you some of the methods, including one that I use more often, on how to import the StarMaker recordings to your PC or Mac to use in your video editing program. So before I go any further, if you're new here, if you're just coming here, make sure you hit the red subscribe button below. Make sure you give a thumbs up after watching the whole vid, and be sure to turn on all notifications so you don't miss out on any of the new videos that I post. So I hope you will all enjoy that as well. And without further ado, let's get on to the overview of StarMaker. Now, I'm sure the first question would be, what is StarMaker? StarMaker is a karaoke app. Lets you sing with other people in a duet, as well as creating your own covers. Very similar to Spiel. And there's a whole lot of effects, as well as some special effects to apply into your recording, which I'm going to be showing you later on in this tutorial, so be sure to stick around for that. And I started using StarMaker back almost a year ago, very much around 2019, and it is quite amazing to see how everything comes together. And I was quite amazed when I got to do those covers over on StarMaker. A big difference in terms of the number of likes that I gotten versus the Smule recordings that I did. I know it's not much, but it's quite a big difference, and usually I don't get overly concerned about that, but it is really good. So it has been quite a big difference for me in terms of how everything goes. And when I saw that, I'm thinking, wow, this is awesome. This is one awesome karaoke app. And that is why I continued on singing through the StarMaker app. And you'll get to see what I mean once we get to that portion where I'm going to be showing it to you on the screen afterwards. And it is quite amazing. And also stick around. I'm going to also be talking to you about a specific musical family group that I'm in that I hope you can come and have a look at as well. And it is quite amazing. You don't want to miss out. And that's generally how all this will go. And I'll also be talking to you about some of the prices in terms of the VIP. Now, you might notice that it is a little bit different for the pricing in the VIP for StarMaker than it is over on Smule. But I'll break it all down coming up as well in this tutorial. It is something you might want to consider if you're looking to sing and do those amazing covers that suit your needs in terms of the VIP membership. So without further ado, I believe it is time to go hop on over to the PC and see how all of this works in terms of how to navigate through the StarMaker app. I hope you're ready. Let's hop on over to the PC and show you the overview of the functions in the StarMaker app. Alright guys, here I am at the computer desk, and this is the StarMaker app that I have running from my iPhone. And when you go open it up, you usually go to where it says Moment, and you'll see either following or popular. And I'm going to walk through all these features as far as all that goes. But like I said before, it is an amazing karaoke app, as I said off the top of the show. And if you're looking to amaze everyone with your beautiful singing, this is the app for you. And I hope you will all get this. I'll let you know about those details coming real soon. Now, as you can see that I'm in the tab that says Moment, and I have on top selected Following. And this is basically a news feed very much, and it's for all the people that you have followed on StarMaker, and we'll be showing you how to do that afterwards. But for now, here is the list I have there of the people that have sang their covers, and as soon as there's uploaded, then it shows up on this feed, and you can scroll up and down to see more. Just like that. And I do apologize if it's a bit jitter, but that's the way it goes sometimes. I wanted to do a wired connection, but that's the way, probably that's the way it goes. And of course, you can pull down to refresh more. And you see these icons right there where it says party and live. I'll be talking about that afterwards, so make sure you stick around for that. You can see there's a whole lot of people that you can come join in on the party with, so make sure you go do. So that's for the following. Popular, it's to show you a whole bunch of popular recordings that have been featured, so you can go watch those as well. And you can also join them on their duets of those covers if you want to from here. Now, the next tab afterwards, depending on the country that you're in this case, you can see right there at the top, you can see which recordings that people have covered in your country, and you can go watch those. And if you like what you see on those and you want to follow them, you can do it directly from the recording. And I'll show you that how that works as well. And nearby is generally looking for the closest singers from around you and see how well they did on those recordings. That's really neat. Now, the camera button is to go, I believe it's to go live, but I haven't done that yet, so make sure you stick around for that. Let's go on to the next tab down below with the streamer. It says party, and when you go there, if you have some people that you're following and they're already in a specific party room like this one, you can go join in on that. I'm just going to close there because we're not going to show you that. And you can browse around for this, and there's solo, there's live. You can even do multi-guess, and you can also see how well you rank against all the other families. And I'll be talking about families once we get to that point, so be sure to stick around. So that's how it is. And we're going to go to the next button down below, which is the one with the microphone, and it's called Sing. And from this palette, you can view the songs that have been recommended for you, that you can go create either a cover song or duet or group from here. So there's the recommended. There's ones you can sing for free, which is really neat. What's hot, and specific artists, what's trending, and what's new to StarMaker. You can play around and see how well you do on those songs directly from this palette. Now, along the top, there's a search bar, and if you are searching for a specific song or singer, and you know the name of that ID, you can go type that in, and you can go look that up. Like, for instance, I'm just going to go type in one of those artists that I'm following already for a short amount of time, which is Emanuela. And I'm just going to scroll down. Let me hit show all. And usually it would show right here. Anyways, make sure you check that out. It is an amazing feature that I'm sure everyone will get a glimpse of how this goes. So you want to make sure you get to that point. I do apologize for the bit of delay, but that's the way it goes. Now, you can set up a duet by going here. You can go to a sing party by going here, do a live there, and also the daily task, which I'm going to be showing you later on, so make sure you stick around for that. And we're now going to go on to the next tab, which is messages. And this is basically like notifications, so if you have those turned on, you will get notifications of those people that have covered a specific song or have sent you gifts from here. And also, if there's a specific artist that wants to come on over and sing your song. So friends, and I'll just show you that right there. Just a little something to show you. So there's 3 tabs at the top. There's following, which is basically the people that you followed and what covers they've done or gifts they've sent. And there's fans if you got some new people that have subscribed to your StarMaker channel. It'll appear here and you can give them follow back. And the last one, likes, if it'll appear here for those people if you did the cover and they gave you a heart on those covers. You'll see it appear here. And onto mentions, which is the next part at the top. So we just give it a while for that to go. And from here, you can see the list of duets as well. And if they have set up the open invite, you'll see it appear here and you can join their duet directly from here. And the next one on the top is comments. So if they left you some legitimate comments on your covers, it'll appear here as well, which is quite neat. So I hope you can come check that out as well. And last but not least is the gifts, and it is really neat to send some gifts. And I'll show you how to send gifts to a specific cover as well, so you can check that out as well. And you can also give them a reply back, telling them thank you for this. It is really neat. Anyways, let's get out of here. And you can also join in on their party or LS concert from here. And also there's notifications for system, official event, and if someone has visited your profile, which is really neat. And also, right below where it says message is the messages that you get through DMs on StarMaker through those specific people. So you can go send a DM on those as well. And last but not least, we're going to go to the last one, which says me, which basically takes you to your profile. And you can see there's a slideshow going on inside because I added some photos, and I will show you how to add those photos as well. As a matter of fact, I'll show you how this works. So you tap on the photo, and then you go press add, and then you'll have an option of either taking a photo directly, and then you use that as the album, or if you have an existing one from albums, you can choose that. And then I go select choose, and then that photo will be added in. I'll just show you that right now. And of course, make sure you readjust it to make sure it fits properly. And once you're satisfied, you press choose. And then it'll take a while for that to be added on, but there it is. It is now added on to my album, and it is really neat. Now, if you want to delete any of these photos from this list, you go to edit, and then you choose which ones to delete, and then press delete, and then it'll give you the confirmation on whether you or not you're sure you want to permanently delete that from the photos list. It is really good. So be sure to experiment on that. And there's the profile pic that I use specifically for this, and you can see I'm in part of a family, musical family that I'm with over on StarMaker, and it's managed by Alexa Lounge, which I wanted to go talk to you about. And if you haven't seen Alexa Lounge and her amazing singing voice, it's really amazing. You really are missing out, so be sure to go check that out. I'll put the link to Alexa Lounge's YouTube channel right up here in the information card at the top right-hand corner of the screen, so you can come check that out and hear all of her amazing covers as we go along, because this is the one place to be for everything. So I hope you can tune in then. Now, right below, you can see the number of followers, and I'm inching closer to 500 followers on my StarMaker channel, and I'm getting really excited about this.
Yippee! That's all I gotta say is yippee. And right down below, now, unless if you are in a family, you'll see the option that says join now, and then you go choose a family. But since I'm already in a family, like in this case, Unique Voices, that is a really good family to go through. Now, as you scroll down below, you'll see a draft. So if you have some recordings that you have saved but haven't uploaded, it'll appear here, and then you can go upload it afterwards. And songs is basically a list of songs that you have already sang so far. It'll appear there. Now, the next part I want to go show you there is the daily task. And this is simply you complete specific tasks, and you want to make sure you do them daily so you get the silver coins. And you might be wondering, what are the silver coins? The silver coins, you can use them to exchange them to buy gifts, so you can go send it to a specific cover, and it is really good. Now you can see that I already got the streak going for the coins that I get per day. Now, you notice the ×2, that's only available if you have the StarMaker VIP, which I'm going to be talking to you about, including the prices and how all of this works. So be sure to stick around for that. And you can see all those other tasks that to do, such as posting a cover picture, which I have yet to do, liking family members' posts, etc. You get the whole thing. So those are the tasks, and it is really, really neat. And by the way, the diamonds that you see, you get those when you go sing those covers over on a live party stream. So you want to make sure you go stick around for that. Which brings us to the point of the concert that I will be going to every Friday. And by the way, it's audio only, so there's no need to worry about the camera. And when we go down below, you can go view your profile, some of this info. So yeah, you can go edit that out as well. And Moments is basically your personal news feed, so you can see what you have posted so far. And you can even top any of those best ones to put at the top. So you can see this one right here at the top. And that's actually one of my absolute beautiful singers that I've been happy to sing along in a duet with. It is really good. And I do apologize for that notification at the top because of those DMs, but you see how this goes. And of course, you can scroll down for more. It is really neat. So you can see how many likes I've been getting on those covers compared to Smule. It is really good. So I hope you can come check that out. Now, on to the prices for the VIP. I'm just going to bring up the list here, just in case you need to know. And you can see I already did just do the VIP membership already for 1 whole month. But I'm just going to go mention the prices. And by the way, in case if you need to know, it's a little bit different than it is over on Smule. So, for instance, the weekly of VIP membership over on Smule is $10.49 per week. However, on StarMaker, it's $8.99 per week. And of course, when you start that week, you'll get 1 week trial to try it out. And then after that 1 week, then that's when the $8.99 goes in to do the 1 week VIP extra. To make sure you stay around for that. The monthly subscription, which I have there, it's actually a little bit cheaper than the one on Smule. $21.49 for the 1 month subscription, compared to Smule at $26.49. And then there's the other option, which is the 3 months, and it's $51. And it is quite amazing. Now, of course, over on Smule, they don't have that 3 month option, but they do have the 1 year option. Unfortunately, it doesn't show in the StarMaker app VIP. So the only way to get to that point is to go into your Google ID or StarMaker ID, and you would get to view that 1 year option as well. It is quite amazing. So if you're looking to get some VIP for a little bit cheaper, I recommend going for the StarMaker VIP subscription, because it is $5 less than what you get on Smule, but totally worth it. It is quite amazing. So that is the layout on how to get around the StarMaker app. And now we're going to go move on to the next feature. So let's get right on down to how to do a StarMaker cover. Alright guys, here we are at the sing portion of the app, right down below where you see the microphone down below highlighted. Now, to get started on doing a cover song or duet, we're going to show you how to do the cover one first. You go choose one of those songs from the list, either from recommended, free, hot, from a specific artist, or what's trending and what's new to StarMaker. And along the top, you see those things. And right to the search box, which I'm going to go type in the song, What a Wonderful World. And there we go. And then you have the list of options of which part of it to sing. And the one I'm going to go do is this original one, which is by Louis Armstrong. So once you choose the song you want to do, tap sing right next to it. And you want to make sure you have headphones on to ensure that you don't get the feedback. Just going to clear that. And you'll see the list of lyrics appear here as it goes, so you know what part of it to sing. And if you're going to do a duet, you tap this button right here with the two microphones, and then you choose which part of it to sing. So if you want to sing the pink one, you choose sing pink part, and if you want to do the blue part, you choose blue part, and that's all there is to it. We're going to go get out of here and just go do the solo. Now, going along the top, you see scrolling at the top is the song name, and right beside it is the camera button where it says off. Now, if you tap here, it'll turn on the camera, and you can see right here. It is really neat. Now, the other options that you see right beside it, you'll see Beautify right at the top. And if you tap there, you have those options on how to beautify. You can choose no style, facelift, natural, whiten. You can play around with those effects very much anything. And when you go to custom, you can choose to change the skin, reshape, enlarge, smooth it out, as well as the size of the nose to make it look better. I'm going to leave it at the facelift. And then we're going to close out of here. And we're going to go on to the next part, which is the filters. And if you go there, you get to choose which filters you want to apply to your recording. Now, this feature doesn't require the StarMaker VIP for it to work, so you have access to all these for free. Like, for instance, I can do spring. I can be like a flower. I can even go into turn purple, like I'm in a party. I wonder how neat it would be to be on a party. And I can even do grayscale, which is suitable if you're going to do like those old songs, like oldie 70s songs, kind of like in the movie. And you can do vintage, which is really, really neat. Anyways, you could play around with those effects all day. I'm going to go back to Paris, because that is the theme that I want to go do, and it is really neat to see how everything goes. So now we're going to get out of this menu, and we're going to go down to the next button, which is the timer. And you have 3 options to use for a timer, and that's to count you down to ensure that you get ready to sing this part within this amount of seconds. So by default it is 3 seconds, but you can also change it to 6 seconds, or you cannot have a timer on. But for this case, I rather do 3 seconds because it's much more suitable. And right below it is the ratio, and you choose which video format to do it in. You can either do the 1:1 square, which is what it looks like, and also 9:16. Now, there is a big difference between those two, but quite personally, I prefer doing the 9:16 if you're going to do duets, because it's a whole lot better. For the solo performances, 1:1 would probably fit best, and it also works best in 9:16 as well if you want to see more of you. Of course, if you know how this goes. And moving right down, there's this button which is ghosted, which is the guide vocals, but it isn't available for this song, so we're not going to worry about that. Right beside it is the effects, and you get to choose which audio effect to apply when you go sing. And my personal favorite for this is karaoke, because it is really good. And that's what I've grown accustomed to, so I go with that. But you can also do other effects as well, so you can go see it all. But that is really neat. And moving on to the next part, which is to adjust the pitch of your song. And there is a big difference in adjusting the pitch as far as everything goes. And I'll just give it a while for it to show up on the screen. There it is. And from here, you can choose to have your pitch up higher, or you can also adjust it to be lower, however way you do it. But the one that they put by default right down the middle is perfect, so make sure you go with that. And last but not least, the volume, which is to adjust the volume for your voice, as well as the music soundtrack, and if you want it to be deep or bright. So make sure you play around with those effects, and you'll be all set. And last but not least, the mask button right down here. And this basically you put like visual effects on your recording. For instance, I could put the one up with hearts popping up, kind of like I'm in love. Probably suitable for if you're doing a special Valentine's Day recording. I would go with that. And here's the one with the fog. It's kind of like if I'm in an outdoor island and the foghorn comes in. I'm sure you know how this goes. You can even also put up the one with the floating hearts coming from the bottom and floating up to the top. It is really neat. So you could go play around with this very much. But anyways, I'm going to go with, let's see. I'm going to go with this effect. This is probably the way it goes. Anyways, once you're satisfied with the effect to use in the recording, you can close out of here, and to begin the recording, you see that red record button, that's what you tap, and then you get ready and sing your part out, and then once that's all done, you will be able to preview it, and I'm going to be showing you that afterwards. So I'm going to get right on down to singing that part, so I'll be back in a few minutes' time. See you then. Alright guys, I am back from recording this wonderful masterpiece, and this is the preview window, so you can go have a look at it before you go upload, and to see how it works. And this is how it works for those that are looking to get it all out. Now, you can go preview this by pressing play, and you can go see it for yourself. And if you wanted to make any final changes to your recording before you go upload, you can go to Effect, and you can go change those effects as well, including the vocals. If if you want to adjust it to make sure it sounds better for you. So make sure you go check that out. And it's really good to go listen through headphones so you know how this goes. Now, once you're satisfied with the recording and you want to go send that out, you can go post it. And right here, you can go type an optional message. And I'm just going to go put that in right here. It's going to put in here. And you can also add hashtags so you can get noticed quite easily. In this case, the family name that I'm with, Unique Voices. So once you have it all set, and you can also add those mentions as well through here. And once you're all set to go and post it, tap post right here. And it's going to take a while for that to post. And then you'll see the options right there in terms of sharing. I'm going to do the share to YouTube, and I'm going to show you, or at least talk to you about how I import the recording to the PC, and it is very useful, so make sure you go check that out. Anyways, we're going to hit done right here, and you see right at the top the indicator of the upload, and see how much more it needs before it's all done. And this does take quite a while. Now, in those previous days, it used to take much longer than that. But right now it is back to normal, which is a really good sign, because I don't like to wait longer as well. Anyways, it is almost done uploading, and then I will show you what to do next. So I'm gonna give it a couple more seconds to get that all done, and then once that's done, you'll see it appear on your feed as it is there. And you can go open up the recording, and that's what we're gonna go do, and once again, there's that like we saw in the preview, all this. Now, you'd probably be wondering, how do I import the recording to the PC? There are several ways of doing this. First of all, you need to save it to your device's camera roll. And here's how to do this. You press share, and then you go among one of those options. And we're going to go do share to YouTube. And what this basically does, it saves the recording to your phone's camera roll. And then, of course, it's going to copy those hashtags into your caption. So if you're going to immediately upload it to YouTube, you can go do so and do it as it is right there. Anyway, we're just going to wait a couple more seconds, wait for this recording to be done. And there it is. Now we just hit OK to get out of here. And we'll get out of here. And then you will see that appear. So that is the first part. And now I'm going to go talk to you about how to import the recording. So let's jump right to it today. Alright guys, we're on the process of importing the recording onto the PC. Now, you might be wondering, how do you do this? Now, there are several ways of getting the StarMaker recordings onto the PC. One method is you can upload it to an online cloud storage program such as Microsoft's OneDrive or the Dropbox. But the way I'm going to do it is by plugging in the device to the PC. In this case, my iPhone 8 Plus. So I'm going to go plug that in to the port. And we're just going to wait a while for it to show up on the list. And then once that shows up, we can go to the device itself. And you want to make sure you get to this point in terms of how this goes. So go to the last folder in your camera roll folder. Make sure you look for that recording that you just did. In this case, it is this one. And then you want to go click on copy right on top. And then go to the folder you want to import it in this case, StarMaker recordings, and then click on paste to paste the file in. And then voila, there is your recording now in the folder and ready to be used in your video editing program. Hopefully this helps you out quite a lot, and it is very easy. It takes a while to get there, but once you get the hang of it, it'll show up here. So overall, the StarMaker karaoke app is an excellent choice to have if you're looking to bring your singing up to the next level and show the world how good of a voice you have. And having all these effects, including the one for audio as well as the visuals, especially putting on a mask, it is really cool, so you can make your StarMaker recordings pop and get a whole lot of reaction once you get that all complete. And the rating I give this app is a perfect 5 out of 5. It is an excellent choice to have, so make sure you go check that out. And the download links for the StarMaker app for iOS and Android are going to be down in the description box below the vid, so you can go check that out, and it's a free download to have. And for the VIP, the prices do differ depending on which country you're in, so you want to make sure you go look through those prices and pick out the one that best suits your needs. And as for the family that I'm in, Unique Voices, you can go catch the party over on Unique Voices in StarMaker every Friday night. That would be 11 p.m. in the Philippines, or 11 in the morning Eastern Time, and that would be 3 p.m. in UTC and 4 p.m. UK time, managed by the one and only Alexa Lounge. And if you want to go check out Alexa Lounge's channel, you can do so. The link is up in the information card at the top right-hand corner of the video window, so you can go look it up and enjoy more of her amazing covers. And I do mean amazing covers, because she has an amazing voice, and you don't want to miss out on any of it. So be sure to go check that out. And if you did enjoy this tutorial of StarMaker, including how to import those recordings to your PC, be sure to give this vid a big thumbs up by clicking the like button below the vid. Make sure you leave a legitimate comment down below, including any questions you might have regarding this app that I haven't yet covered, and I will answer them in the next video. So be sure to look that up, and feel free to put those questions down in the comments area, and I will answer them on the next one. And if you're new to this channel, make sure to hit the red subscribe button below and turn on all notifications so you don't miss out on any upcoming vids that I post. And with that out of the way, I will go head off, so I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone. Peace out.